Do you consider yourself skilled at learning multiple skills simultaneously? Or do you aspire to acquire multiple skills at once? I would urge you to reconsider. What if I told you that attempting to handle the challenge of learning multiple skills at the same time is actually hindering your progress? This is especially true in today's fast-paced society, where impatience often leads us to want to learn everything all at once. In this video, I will share with you the concept of rapid and effective learning, which focuses on quality rather than quantity. Make sure to watch until the end, as I will provide two personal examples of how I apply this principle to my own life. First, let's explore why it is beneficial to concentrate on learning one skill at a time on a micro level. Research suggests that multitasking is a fallacy. Our minds cannot truly focus on multiple tasks simultaneously. Although it may seem at times that we are multitasking, what's actually happening is that our minds are rapidly switching focus between each task. This constant task switching is unproductive, as every task requires a start time. Through multitasking, we lose precious time in this startup phase each time we shift our attention. Moreover, there is a momentum gained when working on a task, and by prematurely or frequently switching tasks, we forfeit this momentum. So, as we can see on a micro level, the adverse effects of multitasking also apply on a macro level. Imagine attempting to learn 2 or 3 skills simultaneously. Your focus becomes divided. Just as there's an initial start time on a micro level, there is also a start time on a macro level. When endeavoring to acquire a new skill, our minds need to go through an initial phase where they refocus and establish a productive learning pattern for that specific skill. And if you're attempting to learn 3 skills simultaneously, you have to go through this initial phase multiple times. Building momentum is also crucial on a larger scale. By dedicating an extended period of time to one skill, you will develop a momentum of learning it, which will make your progress much more effective. However, if you're trying to learn 3 skills at once, you will find yourself in a situation where you may gain momentum for the first skill, but then breaking that momentum as you switch your focus to another skill. Furthermore, if you want to learn 3 skills simultaneously, you have to continuously switch your focus, hence killing the momentum you may have obtained from learning the second skill. The worst-case scenario would be not gaining momentum in any of the 3 skills you're trying to learn. Now let's move on to how you can implement this concept. It can be applied to essentially any aspect of life, but let's start with a sport for better understanding. Allow me to provide an example from combat sports, specifically Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It has long been recognized within the community that focusing on defense skills is paramount. But the specificity does not end there. It's essential to further break down the defense expertise. Which particular skill within defense are you going to focus on? Let's suppose you want to enhance your defense against a specific submission. That's great. The key is to break it down. What kind of submission variant are you dealing with? Will you be working on countering this step? Breaking it down is a solid start, but you can actually delve even deeper if you like. That defense against the particular variant of the submission consists of numerous movements, so you can further break it down to focus on a specific movement initially. Concentrate solely on mastering that movement before progressing to other moves that constitute the defense. Once you've mastered all the moves, then advance to the other variants of the submission. After mastering those, you can move on to another skill in defense against different submissions, and the process of breaking it down can be repeated as we did before. Eventually, the combination of all these skills comprises your defense skill set. Now let's move on to my next example about social skills. One common aspect that people seek to improve is self-confidence. Zooming in solely on improvement in confidence within social situations is a bit broad, similar to how defense skill sets in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu need to be broken down. To break it down further, we must identify the various components that contribute to a confident persona. What skills comprise a confident person? Well, there's the skill of body language, the skill of maintaining eye contact, and the skill of speaking audibly. Like this, we break it down and select a specific skill to focus on. Let's say we choose to work on the skill of speaking audibly. Now that is very tangible, and that is one skill that everybody can improve upon. You can start by practicing speaking louder in your conversations, increasing your volume by 5%. If you consistently speak 5% louder in each conversation every day for a month, imagine the growth in your ability to speak confidently and assertively. Your voice will get stronger, and people will perceive you as more confident. As you start to view yourself as more confident, you'll feel a boost in your self-assurance. Keep pushing yourself to speak a bit louder, and you'll create a positive feedback loop. Once you've reached a level of comfort in speaking louder, you can tackle other skills that define a confident person. Just like how you worked on speaking louder, dedicate time to practicing and mastering these skills. Before you know it, you'll have transformed into a genuinely confident individual. Remember, as Epictetus said, we are what we repeatedly do.